Hello, welcome. This is Helen again at Pompom Ohmm. So, video 5 I'm going to go for here. Day 5 we're going to put this on. So, what we've got today is rainbows, unicorns. Okay, we're going for a different type of wreath. It is going to have pom-poms. It isn't going to have many though. We're going to go light with the pom-poms today. So this is the style we're going for, okay. As you can see, it's just pretty colours of wool going all the way around. And then we're going to put a cluster of pom-poms in this corner and decorate it up. I'm going to show you a few options as a door sign or as a happy birthday one for anyone who loves unicorns. Oh, you can't see her. Unicorns and rainbows. Okay. Yeah, so I'll show you as we go along. We've got lots of options. So, right, to start this one off, we do just need a normal wreath ring. Okay, if you're going for a door sign and you're just going to put a name in the middle here, you can flatten down your circle by pushing in to get yourself more of a oblong for putting a name in the middle. But we're gonna go for a ring. Okay, so we have chosen our colours for the rainbow here. We've decided, not the rainbow, sorry, I shouldn't say the rainbow. We're going to decorate this one up to turn it into a rainbow one for you. We're also going to do a unicorn inspired rainbow, so it's not really a rainbow. So the colours that we've chosen kind of come off this plate. So we've gone for our candy pink there. Yeah, this is the candy pink. We've also gone for our spotty blue, so you can see how they kind of go together. As always, we're going to use our glittery white. And then I've just got the primrose, that's the primrose yellow, to go with them. And I believe I had one more colour. Yes, I do. I've got the sparkly pink there. Okay. So we've got a sparkly white, a sparkly pink, a primrose, a spotty blue, and candy, and those are all going to go together on our wreath. But before we put our pom-poms on, we're going to get all of those colours as the balls of wool. Okay. I always find this easier if you actually drop them to the floor. So find all of the ends of your wool. Sorry, this is me just finding the ends of the wool here. I find with this, the more colours you choose here, the quicker this is going to go round the ring as you wrap in your wool round. Okay, and I'm actually going to do 2 of each colour. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I've dropped the spotty to the floor, got the end here. I'll do exactly the same with the candy pink, got the end there. Okay. Onto our primrose yellow. Again, dropping it to the floor. Our sparkly pink. And our sparkly white. Okay, and I'm just going to drop those also to the floor. Okay, so as you can see now, we have, it's hard to see on the camera, but we have got a string there that has got all 5 of our colours in there. Okay, for this wreath, you're not going to want to pass 5 balls of wool through there. It'll get very old very quick. So we're just going to reel ourselves off a nice long length of wool here. Okay, keeping them all together, and I am going to double this over, so we're going to do that again. So I'm just going to literally pull through a fair amount of wool, letting it all drop down onto the desk, so that I know it's not tangling itself up as we go. Okay. I think that's sort of long enough to work with. You can, you can do less or more. It's easy enough to attach on. If you're finding it struggle to work with a massive amount of wool, just make it smaller. So we're gonna cut it off there, but we're not gonna let go of our ends here because, like promised, I'm gonna double up. So I'm just gonna find a new place for my ball, for my wool to go to. And I'm just gonna pull off another load of wool, essentially just doubling up what you already just did. Okay, so there we go. So now your 5 strands have become 10 strands. Okay. You could go again. You could make it 15 strands, but I think I'm gonna go with 10. It'll go on quick enough with 10 strands, really. Okay. Right, there we are. So I'm going to cut that off there. I'm deliberately not going to lose the ends here, just because at some point we will need these colours again. So I've just got a handy loop here on my drawer, and I'm just going to put the ends through that so that I don't need to find them all again. Okay, and now we have our 10 strands of 5 colours. Okay, now you're going to want to make sure your wool's in a place where you can easily get it from. Okay, right. Now, rather than trying to painstakingly pull them all so that they're all the same length, I am actually just going to chop them all the same length so that you're starting with them all identically the same length. Right, from there then, you're literally going to take the end of the wool. I'm now going to tilt you down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Take the end of your wool, find a strut on your metal wreath ring, and then just literally tie all of them together, tie it off on the ring. When you pull it through, give yourself enough room to just pull it very tight, and then to turn that into a double knot. Okay. This time we normally pull into the middle. We're actually going to pull in between the 2 parallel lines. That's where we're going to want our ends to end up. So we've so like that, okay, and you've pulled it tight because you want this scraggly end. It's going to end up between our two woven lines. So we're just going to start straight off this. We're going to go straight down, up and through, up around the back, and then bring it through. Now this is where you want to just gently pull all of your wool through that middle section there. Okay, if it's in a clump at this point, pull it through as a clump is easy enough. Okay, cover over your knot, and then you're just basically keeping going, so allowing this tail end to go in between the 2. So we'll just go with that for a minute. Okay, your wool will get a little bit matted up, but you can work with that towards the end. You can start to bring it loose. So just as you go in, make sure you're getting a fair amount of all of your colours. Okay. This does take a little while, but you'll show off all your lovely wool colours doing it this way. It'll end up a little bit less bulky than if you were doing it all pom-poms. which is great really if you want to showcase the plate in the middle, or you want to showcase the name of the person in the middle, with still having poms, because you know we can't not have poms on there. It's, you know, the whole sort of idea of us is that we love pom-poms. We put them everywhere on everything. So you can see there now, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but our sparkles are really showing because we're showing the full colour of the wool on this. Again, don't be worried about the sparkly wool. It's not glitter. It's not going to go everywhere in your home like the Christmas stuff. It's just woven into the actual strands of wool. So it's a bit of sparkle, but without the usual mess associated with glitter and, yeah. As I said, just keep pulling through. If you're patient with it, your wool shouldn't get horrendously tangled. But, you know, we are sort of design your own, so these might not be your ideal colours for your unicorn theme. That's fine. You can find the full range of colours on our website. They're also on our Facebook page. And you can pick your colours, pick your own. Obviously, we'll offer this as a make at home kit as well if you are interested in doing it yourself, but you don't have the materials to hand. And again, you could pick slightly different colours to this, because you might not agree with mine and my husband's interpretation of a unicorn. And yes, he did actually help me pick the colours. Of course, this design of just going round with the wool and then adding a couple of pom-poms, this would work for any theme of either for a kid's bedroom door sign or for a party or whatever. So you would just pick your colours based on whatever theme you're going for. So you know, you could use this to do like a dinosaur bedroom theme, or you could use this to do, see, now this is where I've got myself all my wool muddled up. All I've done there is I've accidentally pulled back through the wool that had already been through. Okay, so I'm just gonna send it all back through, tidy myself up, and carry on. So right, let's just, as I said, this happens every now and again, that your wool gets in a bit of a muddle, usually because it gets tangled on the one that you're already working, like it gets attached to the one that's already just gone through. So let's just, oh, there we go, see. Okay, we're there. Once you've sorted out where it's tangled from. I mean, of course, you get yourself in a real muddle, which, to be fair, this is a muddle, I would say. The easiest thing to actually do, if you're in a bit of muddle like this, is to just snip it off. Now, leave yourself a length so that you can tie it off to the ring. So that's probably enough. And then it's not going to really unwind itself quick, so just put that down. And at this point now, sort out your wool that's got yourself in the middle, okay? Because you don't want to let all the ends go. So just find an end, run it through your hands, recollect a nice pile, okay? As I said, we don't claim for it to go right every time. Actually, it's quite handy when it doesn't go right, because we can show you how you would fix it if you got into a muddle. Okay, here we go. I'm not weaving now. I'm just running my hands through the wool and making sure it's all back where it was meant to be. I've got a knotty end there. I'm going to leave that for now because I'm just going to sort that out at the end. Okay. So now I've sorted out our wool that went a bit awry. I'm just going to concentrate on the actual ring. Okay, so I've got my tail end here. It's very long, so I'm just going to carry on winding it round until it is just enough for me to tie off. So mine's gone to here. I'm literally just going to tie another knot there. Okay. Don't worry about your ends. Your ends are going to get caught up in the ring. You're not going to see them. So, but pull your knot nice and tight and bring it into the middle. Again, do 2 knots. Make sure you've left yourself enough ends there. Now, when you put your wool back on again, just tie it on. You don't have to tie it on. You can just allow it to get caught up in the wool that you're using, but just to be on the safe side. And also it helped as well, because if this was all to become unravelled, it would only unravel a section at a time if you keep tying it to the ring itself. Okay. It shouldn't become unravelled, but obviously if it was cut into or anything, yeah, it would unravel if it was deliberately cut into. It's not going to unravel if you're just, hanging it on a wall or on a bedroom door. It's not going to just come undone. So again, start pulling all your wool through, covering over your 2 knots. Make sure your knots, the wool's going on in between the 2 parallel lines, and yeah, just keep going. So I don't know what I was saying before I got into an absolute muddle, but I think it was probably somewhere on the lines between you could do this with any theme. I think I probably said dinosaur bedroom as my last words before I got all muddled up. So yeah, I was thinking obviously like an animal themed nursery. You could easily do this with zebra stripes or tiger stripes, so yeah, there's lots of options for this style of wreath where you're just going round and round with the colours. As I said before, I mean, the advantage to this is you can really show off the colours. You can also really show off the name in the middle or whatever. Also, you're actually not going to use as much wool as you would with all of the poms. And although it takes a little while to get all your wool tied onto your wreath, it isn't going to take as long as it would to make either 12 large poms or 24 medium poms. Okay. I mean, you can double check, you're just making sure you're getting all of your colours on there. Okay. I'm just going to put mine down for a second, give my hand rest. It can get, when you're holding on to it, can get sort of stiff. Like I said before about, you know, just tying it off every now and again so that if someone was to chop it, it wouldn't completely unravel. So this time I've not got in a total muddle, so I'm not going to actually chop it off. I'm literally just going to tie a knot around the metal here, okay, without chopping off my wool. It's literally just going to be a knot and then carry on. I'm not gonna chop it off. Okay. If you've got yourself in a muddle again, by all means, yeah, chop it off, tie yourself a knot, and tie a new knot to start again. Simple as that, really. Okay, so yeah, so we've got ourselves a knot. Not there. No, we haven't, because I pulled it through the wrong side. Yeah, definitely I go wrong a lot. But you can correct it as you go. You know. Sorry, my brain couldn't work that out then. It seemed to take ages to get a knot, so just gently pulling it so it goes tight on there. Right, we finally got there. I think that was about 4 attempts. As I said, don't claim to get it right each time. But if you go wrong, you just start. You don't start the whole thing again, God no. But you can just cut it off. Retie it on, start again from where you are. Okay. Obviously, as you go through your wool's going to get shorter and shorter, and that's going to just be easier, it's going to be quicker. Okay. Quicker to get the wool on round your wreath. You know, this would look lovely as a Christmassy one. You could choose red and green, or red and white, make it look like a candy cane going round. You know. So yeah, loads of options with this style, I should say. This is a new style for us. We have done it for just some random ones, but we've not yet. It's not on the website as a new design you can pick yet, but obviously as of today it is going up. You will be able to pick this as a design, choose your own colours, choose your own poms, so on and so forth. So it's going up today. Okay. I'm just using the struts of the metal to tell me where I've done a quarter of the wreath. When I get to a quarter, that's where I'm choosing to tie it off. Okay, right, we'll try and do a knot this time that doesn't take me 4 attempts, but I'm not promising anything. There we go, that was definitely more like 1 attempt to tie the knot. I'm going to come up and round there, and then I'm going to cover my knot. I've not cut it off and tied it on again. I've just tied a knot on this side and carried on. So to cover over your knot so you can't see it. And then keep going. We're on the sort of home stretch now. Okay, last quarter. Your back at this point should look as neat as your front, because you're just wrapping it round and you're trapping all of those tails between the two, the back and the front of the layers of wool. So no scraggly ends with this one. Okay. Again, doing this video in real time so you could actually make along if you chose to, not expecting anybody to kind of watch these. Right, now, as you see there, I've got a little gap going on, okay. I'm gonna leave that little gap for now because that's where I'm about to put my handle. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna tie myself another knot in the knotted the wool around that metal ring. Not chopping it off. I'm not chopping it off at this point, just leaving it attached. So again, we're going to do ourselves a knot there. Again, hoping to not take as many goes as we have been doing. So right, yeah, see that was not a proper knot again. Okay, second knot going on there. Oh, just throwing stuff around. So pulling it tight, pulling it in again. So this point, go and do your loop. You don't need to do a separate loop this time. You're literally just going to use your wool that you've already got. So I don't know how high you want to hang it. That kind of works for me. Okay, and you're just going to tie another knot onto the actual ring of the wreath again. Okay, so you're taking your wool through again and tying it to your handle. Okay, see, handle, what are we calling this? Hanging loop, let's call it. Okay, if obviously you've got yourself in a muddle, don't worry, you can cut it off, tie it to the side of the wreath and then come back. Right, so there's our loop there. You can see we've done 2 knots here and tied it off. Now, we didn't finish off this section, and that is because we will now use all these tail ends that we've got to come over our knots. So we're actually going to go in between our handle as well. Okay, making sure we're not trapping our handle, but that we're bringing our wool between it so that you can't see those knots. Okay, and again we're going to go back over it again, back through it, I should say, through it again, covering those knots. Now I'm just going to make sure it's all completely covered. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to where our handle is with all of our wool. I'm going to go round the handle, tie my knot at the base of the hanging loop. I keep calling it a handle. Okay, so there's my hanging loop. There's me tying a knot just at the base of the hanging loop. And then I'm going to tie a knot around the other side, just to make it look the same on both sides. Okay, so one knot there, one knot there. Okay, for me, I'm going to come round the front and tie a knot through the whole thing. It just kind of tidies up your actual hanging loop. Okay, you know, you might not have paid, like I haven't paid enough attention really to the front there, but again, you know, you can, the string's got some pull, you can pull it around, decide which side you actually like best really. Okay, yeah, so I've tied a double knot there. Next thing I'm going to do is just cut it off. I've got too much, I've pulled away too much wool, so I'm not going to cut it short, enough to tie me another 2 knots. Okay, keep the extra, you might want that for something else later, don't need to waste it. So this time we're not aiming for the actual ring, we're just aiming for a clump of wool there. Look, you can see my fingers come through. So pull up a clump of wool, take your wool through, yeah, and tie yourself a knot. Okay, pull it nice and tight. You know, I've ended up with my knot at the bottom, and so I've got knots at the top here, knots at the bottom. So I've got 2, I'm going to make sure I've got 2 knots. Oh, see, now that happens quite a bit. You don't get all of the wool through. If that happens, just come back and do it and tie your knot. Tie your knot again so that you're getting all of those, however many strands you're working with. We're working with 10. Okay, now you can see the knots there, right? That's deliberate, because what you're going to do now is you're going to keep your ends. You can cut them off a little bit, but keep your ends, and just feed them through your wreath, through all those wool. There's a very thin chamber running through those bits of wool there. So I'm gonna tuck them all in, tuck them under, and then use your wool to just hide them all off there. That's now your back. This is your front. Okay. If you're not quite happy there with your wool, just, you know, tweak it till you are happy. Okay, so yeah, so that's our wreath there. Now you can see the colours, you can't see them that well on the camera, but we've got our candy pink in there, we've got our spotty blue, we've got our sparkly white, our sparkly pink, and our primrose yellow in there. Okay, you can see how that's a very different effect rainbow to the 7 colour normal rainbow. So these are the 2 options we're showing you tonight, but obviously you can do whatever you choose really, or again, you can tell us whatever colours you would like us to use on this style of wreath. So yeah, so that's your actual ring. That's how you've made your ring. You need to choose now what poms you're going to use. Whilst you're choosing your poms though, get your glue gun, which obviously anyone who's watched a few of these will know that I've never got this on in time. Okay, that's my glue gun heating up now. Okay, so whilst that's heating, we can decide what it is we're putting on these two rings. Okay, I'm only doing 2 today to just show you how they can look quite different. Okay, so I've chosen, obviously these are just literally paper plates that you just buy at the supermarket to put your food on. Get any left over, you can use them, or just buy a few. The paper, they're laminated on the front, they are just paper, so if this was going outside for any length of time, I don't recommend putting one of these on. If it's just going outside just to show someone where the party is, it isn't a problem. Hour or 2 in the rain. We don't stick these on very tightly so that you can deliberately push it through and you're left with your nice woolen ring. And it doesn't have to be a soggy happy birthday forever. Okay. Right, so we're gonna go with a rainbow happy birthday on that one for that plate, and we're gonna go with a unicorn happy birthday there on this plate. Okay, we're gonna make sure we can see that happy birthday, but I am just holding it at the moment. Okay, like I said, you can use these as a door name instead. So we've got options that don't have any writing on. There you go. That's probably like a unicorny one. Or if you're just going for a rainbow one and you just want plain, you can. Okay, I've got like an iridescent plate in there. Obviously we do letters, so if it was just going to be for a door, we could stick your letters there in the middle to spell whatever name of whoever's room this is, and then you could add your embellishments, or you could leave it like that. You can leave them plain. It's totally up to you. So we'll stick with the 2 happy birthdays that we're doing for now. Okay, we're still letting our glue gun heat up. So for this rainbow happy birthday, we are going to go with just a white sparkly fluffy cloud. That's because it's a contrast to what we've already got going on, all this rainbow that we've got going on. Okay, I'm going to stick them on. I'm going to deliberately leave a gap here because I've got one of these rainbow what do you call those, bows, like Christmas bow, that I'm actually going to put on there as yeah, I'm going to put that on to add a bit more rainbowy sparkle on there. Okay, so I'm just going to leave a gap in my cloud for that to go in there. Okay, on the other one, for the poms, we are going to stick with the same colours. We're going to highlight those colours that we've used. So we've got here a large candy pink. Okay, we've got here a large spotty blue, and we've got a medium-sized primrose yellow. We're going to put those 3 on there like that in a row. We've then got a small, this time actually a really small, because normally I call them medium small and we get all confused. So that's actually our 3rd size, our small size of a sparkly white there. And then I've got a small size of our sparkly pink. So we're just going to attach those there like it's a little fluffy cloud again. Okay, and then we're going to start to add our embellishments on there. Okay, but we'll do that as a separate set. First thing, obviously, that I'm going to show you is we're going to stick our plate in. Now, our glue gun should be warm, but I'm notoriously impatient, so I don't. You see. Okay. So, I would recommend, obviously, when you're doing this, check it through from the front, okay? Because you want to be making sure that you've got your happy birthday at the top, that it's not in some weird angle. Okay, yeah, so you can see your happy birthday, you can see your unicorn, you can see everything there. Once you're happy, turn it over. Now, don't move your plate is my suggestion. Don't touch it too much, don't move it. All you're going to do is just gently lift the sides, squeeze yourself a bit of glue in there, and stick it down. Okay, I'm actually just going to check because I'm pretty sure my plate moved. No, we're good. Okay, you can go with a continuous glue line. It's up to you how much glue you want to use on this project, but I'm just going to do about a sort of 5 centimetre ish line of glue. Then I'm going to miss a section and then do another. So obviously you will feel the heat of the glue gun through the cardboard here. So if that doesn't suit you, then obviously you can push it down with your pair of scissors or whatever you are using. If you've ordered this as a make-at-home kit, we don't really recommend the hot glue gun to those under about 15, 16 because it really can burn. You can catch yourself, and it not only does it really hurt you, actually if you try hard, you can actually do damage to your fingers. So we don't recommend that really, but there is absolutely no reason why someone under the age of 15 couldn't do the tie-in of the wool, the actual wreath on this design. It's definitely one that you could do together. Okay, right, so we've gone the whole way around with that plate. That's that one stuck on there. Okay, I'm just gonna, on these videos we haven't been doing 2 at a time, but I kind of think with these it's more than possible. So again, it's just checking where your happy birthday goes. Okay, leaving your plate where it is, lifting up the side ever so slightly and shoving some glue under there. Okay, again, if you don't want to feel the heat, fine, use a little pair of scissors or whatever you've got to hand that you can poke with it. Okay, you'll also find now that you've put the plate in the middle, or whatever you are putting in the middle, that's actually now stuck the strands of wool together. So actually, like I said before, where it could all unravel, no, it really can't unravel now because you've stuck something on the back. Okay. The making sure it won't all unravel is probably very important if you're doing something where you're not actually covering the whole of the middle. We have got a lot of embellishments where you can just hang things from the middle, in which case, yeah, you do want to make sure it's not going to unravel. Like I said, you'd probably need to actually cut it to make it unravel, to be honest. Right, so that's our rainbow happy birthday. So we've now got our unicorn happy birthday and our rainbow happy birthday. Okay, next thing that we're going to do is stick on those poms. Okay, we could tie them on, but we're not going to for this because we're already going to be using quite a bit of glue. Might as well, just stick them. So if we're sticking them, we don't need this massive tail. Cut off a little bit. Trap what's left under your pom and then just stick it on. Now, easiest way to do that is to put the glue directly onto the wool. Now, if you're using a mini glue gun like me, you're going to keep running out of glue. That's fine. Okay, so make sure you tail down first, and then you just make sure you've really pushed that on there. So there you go. You will end up with straggly bits of glue, but you can pull all those off later. Okay. If you're not happy that's not quite secure, just lift it slightly, put a little bit more glue on, and then just push it. You can even start tucking it round. Make sure you've got glue all around it so it's not going to go. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Do the same. Do the same on the inside. Make sure that that's not, it's going to sit exactly where you want it. At this point, you could end up getting glue between the wool, and it could come through and burn your fingers. If that's going to happen, just use a pair of scissors. So yeah, that's not going anywhere now. Okay. And already I have stuck the wrong pom on the wrong wreath. We knew that was going to happen, which is fine. We're just going to change the plan then. So we've now got a big sparkly white one, and we'll do a big blue one, and we'll go and find a smaller pink one. Okay, that was my mistake. It doesn't matter, it really doesn't. We can just swap them round. I just need to find the small pink poms now. They will be here somewhere. Sorry for all the rustling noises. Oh, they've completely eluded me. Okay. No problems. Okay. Am I going to dare to get that? Yes, I am. I'm going to show you what happens if you need to get it back off. It ain't going to pull off. It just isn't. So, just take your scissors and cut as close to the plate as you possibly can. I mean, yeah, this is my mistake. You might decide that you've put it in a place where you don't quite like it, so it's worth showing you here how to get it off again. So you're just cutting the wall. Make sure you're not cutting into your design you've made going around your plate. You're just cutting the actual white fonds. As I'm cutting them, I'm pulling it back on itself so that I can see where I'm working. Okay, this is if like me, you go wrong. But obviously if you're concentrating and you're not talking to a camera, you're less likely to go wrong in the first place. The pom that we're cutting off, it's not totally unusable. We can reuse it, and I will show you us reusing it now. So yeah, so as you can see, you're going to get a mess on your plate, but you're cutting this off because you want to put a different one in its place, and that's fine. It doesn't matter that you've got your mess there, okay, because we're gonna get the glue gun, gonna put a load of glue on there again, okay, and then we're gonna put our short-tailed pom. This time we're making sure we've got the right colour. This is now your candy pink, so that's going on there, pushing it down, make sure and it's on. This time again, just around the sides, now push your fronds down, make sure that they're going onto it. This is just to anchor it in place really, because we're not doing any tie-in. Same again around the inside as well. Obviously this time, because we've made a mistake, we're actually covering up that white as well that we didn't want on there. Okay, you're going to end up with some spidery bits of glue. That's fine, they will all come off later. Okay, right, so now we've got the right colour on there, I'm going to put a blue one next to it there. Okay, so I just keep cutting the ends slightly short because we don't want all of that wool, and put in plenty of glue there. Okay, okay, you don't get long of it being stickable with a glue gun. It does cool down and set quite quickly, but you know, it does stay warm for a while, so do watch your fingers. Okay. My desk is, as ever, not quite big enough, so I am using the drawer to stick the glue gun in. I'm just sticking it around the side, and again I'm sticking this around this side. Okay, now I've got my small yellow, and I'm going to put that down at the bottom here. So I've gone for pink, blue, yellow, and then I'm going to go for a little white sparkle and a little pink sparkle. That's how we're going to do this one. I wouldn't usually bob between projects like this, mostly because, as you can see, I make mistakes when I do. But I did want to show you show you two different options, sort of a rainbow unicorn and a more sort of pastel, I suppose, unicorn. Okay, again, go around the sides. It will come down. This is just making sure your poms are sitting exactly where you want them to be. I haven't pre-trimmed these poms. If something was really offending me, I would have done that before, but I don't usually, because once I've got them on, I can see what needs a trim, what needs to trim where, and I can spend that little bit less time really making sure that, you know, until it's on, then I make sure they are all perfectly trimmed and in the right places. So, okay, right, just the last two going on here. I've got 5 poms going on this one, and that is purely because we used 5 colours on the actual woven part of the wreath. Okay, so I'm just putting that one in there like that. I will lift this up in a bit so that you guys can see what we've now got on our wreath. Push that one in nice and tightly, because this time you can put a bit more glue, you know, around the sides. Push up your other 2 colours to meet it. That can keep it nice in the right place. And then you got your sparkly pink. So your sparkly pink, for me, I'm just putting that there. Again, you could do this anywhere. If you'd used more colours going round your ring, you'd put more poms on to represent each of those colours. So there we go, look. So there I have a pom collection in this corner. Because we're showing off all this wool around here. We don't want to cover it all over. So it's going to hang. I'll show you it hanging. So it's going to hang from here. You've got your unicorn, happy birthday in the middle, and then you've just got your pom collection here. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. And put... Well, no, actually, we're not going to come back to it because swapping back and forth is clearly not helping my brain. So we're just going to finish this one off. So I've got this little creature here, just a sleeping unicorn. On this plate, I think it really quite matters. We've got like mother sleeping unicorn and baby sleeping unicorn, you know, it kind of works. So we're going to stick this in here. This is literally, I collect things from everywhere, anywhere. This is actually a bath toy. It came in a pack. So yeah, you can use anything. So we're gonna put the glue straight onto the poms. You can put it on the unicorn, but I think I've got to decide a second. Are we gonna put it on the unicorn or on the? Yeah, we're gonna put it on the unicorn. Be careful with your fingers. So we know it needs to go all up its side. We know that it is gonna have contact all around its bottom. So we're just gonna put plenty of glue on there. Okay. I'm going to hold it by its horn, actually. Right, so we need to just make sure you're not going to get this back off, so make sure that you're happy that you've... And you can just press it, nestle it down in there. You use your poms to kind of cradle it in so that you're covering everything. Right, so we've now got our big unicorn, our small unicorn just in there, okay? We are making this a birthday one. We're going to say it's a birthday for a child, but you really that just anything. So we're going to go with a little rosette there. We're going to make sure you're not covering the whole of your white or your yellow, and you've just got it. I'm putting it just in front of my unicorn there. So it's got a badge on the back. Ignore all of that. You're just going to use your glue gun to stick it on. So there you are, plenty of glue again on the back. Okay, and then I would suggest picking it up to see where you're going and then just pushing it on, pushing it down. Okay, that's your rosette on there then. So that one's pretty much finished now. So we've got happy birthday, we've got our unicorns on there, okay. If it's not hanging quite the way you want, you can change your position of your loop. Okay. But I'm okay with that. It's kind of cradled it under Mother Unicorn there. So, if you wanted this to be for somebody specific, and you thought I'm going to put their name on, then you can. You could put your name. You could put your name across the top. You could put your name here. You could put it wherever you wanted. We're going to leave this blank. We're not going to put a name on there. So yeah, so that's your rainbow unicorn. I have also got like embossed stickers here. Again, just pick these up on my travels, and you can stick those round. We're going to see if it suits it. If it doesn't, we're going to leave them off. Oh, I'm just showing them to you in case you think it needs a bit more unicorns. By all means, put as many unicorns on as you want. We're going to leave it off actually because I want to show you this wool. So, but yeah, you can put your unicorns around there. You can put your name around there, whatever really. Okay, so that's your unicorn one done. I will show you it up on the wall later, but for right now, we will move on to this rainbow wreath. So that's how far we got. Okay. We're gonna put on our four poms like they're a cloud. We are leaving a space for our glittery bow. So let's get our poms on here. Okay. I'm looking for the glue gun and it's right in front of my face. I'm still not seeing it. Okay, right. And the little clippers. So I'm just gonna. Okay, obviously this is the one that we've just cut off the other one. Now, like actually, you can't really tell where we cut it off from. I know that this is the boldy patch, so that's where I'm gonna stick it down. I'm just gonna trim these all in one go so that we don't waste any more time. Okay. This time I'm going to start with the one right on the end. Last time you'll notice I've started in the middle, but obviously we're missing the middle on this one, so I'm going to put because we're leaving a gap for that bow. So I'm going to put plenty of glue on there. Find the boldy patch, only because as you saw I ripped this off the last one because I put it on there by mistake. That's what happens when you're trying to do two in one go. So yeah, we're going to put this little one, that's just going to go more on the inside because we're leaving space for this bow. Okay, I've got another one here again, inside. Now I'm going to check where my bow would go on. It's going to go there, so I'm going to put this white one round in front of it. I'm actually going to stick this on first and then the bow, but that's just so that it's got more contact. Okay, so just be careful that you are placing this one exactly where it needs to go, because you do want your bow to have contact with all of it. So on this bow now, I'm going to carefully put glue in the middle, but I'm also going to put glue around a couple of the fronds just so that it can stick to the wall. I'm ignoring this self-stick thing. It isn't going to self-stick to this project, so you're going to use a hot melt glue gun. I have mentioned using an all-purpose super glue, but to be honest, if you are doing that, I would be incredibly careful because it can seep through the wool and you can end up touching it. So just make sure you're gently and carefully getting that all stuck on. I get really annoyed by these little random bits that come sticking off them because obviously it's not rainbow coloured, but I'm just going to clip that straight off with my scissors, so that's gone now. It's not going to offend me. So yeah, so there's you've got your happy birthday, you've got a bow on here. If you wanted to even more show up that it's a birthday, we've got birthday rainbow rosettes there. I'm going to leave that off for now though. And then yeah, I did say this would be a rainbow unicorn themed birthday, and here I have my rainbow sequin unicorns. So they come in packs of 2. I think actually that I'd like to use 3 on this. They come with a sticker on to stick them straight on. Ignore that. You're going to put more glue on than that. It won't, it won't stick with just the self-stick tab. So obviously to get 3 you would need 2 packets. They're not expensive. They were £1 a pack. So, and you can get different colours. Look. but as I said, I promised rainbow unicorns. So I'm just going to go with one there, and one there. That's why I'm going for 3. They're all going to face the same way, okay, because that's just, they have got a back and a front. You can definitely tell which way around they need to go. So yeah, I'm just going to put plenty of glue. Plenty of glue under where I'd like it to go. And I'm literally just going to stick it on there. Get any spidery lines, we can get those off later. Okay. This is definitely, you know, a very jazzy rainbow birthday. You can go for more, you can go for less. I mean, it's purely up to whatever you think. If you're doing it for yourself, go mad. But if you're doing it for someone else, then have a think about what they would, you know, are they understated or are they, you know, rainbow unicorn jazzy? It's, you know, and there's a lot in between those. I wouldn't say that they're either rainbow jazzy or plain. So right, there we go. So I've got my sparkly unicorns on there. I've got my happy birthday. I've got this massive rainbow rosette. So I'm struggling with the camera. Yeah. So right. So we're actually done. We've got both of our creations there. This one is heavier because it's got more poms on it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna hang these one at a time on the hook. And show you with the camera. Bit of dodgy camera work again now, as always. Okay. Also, I've pulled, as you can see, I've pulled wool out everywhere, so I'm gonna have to watch my step. So just bear with me, and I will go and get these up on the wall. I think I'll show you the pastel rainbow unicorn first, and then the full-blown rainbow unicorn second. There we go. So rainbow unicorn. I would say I'd want it to hang more here, which is not a problem. As you can see, I could just attach another string there, really, and it would just hang off a triangular hook. It is just because it's that little bit heavier with that bath toy and all those poms on there. So we can fix up that one. I will show you a picture of that fix later, because, as I said, I do think I'll be making that as a tweak. Let's just grab here our other rainbow unicorn. Okay, so there we go. Happy birthday, rainbow unicorns with bows and all sorts of sequins and things going on here, and shiny metallic plates. Okay, right, so I'll leave that hanging. We'll just go for a dodgy camera work. Move back over here. So yeah, so basically that's it us for today. We've got our 2 rainbow pastel unicorn plates there for you. I don't know what I'm calling them, plates, wreaths, blacks, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, so that's basically it for today. So thank you very much for joining us again. You know, even if you've just gone to the beginning and the end, because I'm not expecting you to watch these the whole way through, but they are done in real time, so you could join us if you want to. We will be back again with another video for tomorrow. As promised, we're doing 7 in a row, just to open our new week, and then we will be going down to once a week, so you can carry on checking in with where we're up to and what we're making. Okay. Hope you've enjoyed it. Any comments, welcome. Let me know, you know, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. Let us know. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. This has been Pompom Ohmm. See you again. Bye now.